What like scenes or moments do you think are in the like Mount Rushmore of American cinema?
I love when Captain America catches the hammer.
I have that one in mind.
You Can't Handle the Truth, when Tom Cruise faces down against Jack Nicholson in court.
No one mentioned the Darth Vader reveal, where is Luke's father. I thought that was an American cinema moment.
The first time you see the T-Rex in Jurassic Park is pretty fucking iconic. I just found I found that writing to be so inspiring. Like the show is really good at rousing speeches. Like there's like 7 just insanely inspirational speeches.
The best speech for me is the twin.
Can you imagine going to a guy, you gotta watch the show, it's got all these rousing speeches.
Yeah,
you say that. You say that. You say
Remember,
that.
I watched Lincoln, it was the same shit. I don't want to watch a
I'm the only one here who hasn't watched it, and you're not telling me.
I like speeches. I get into this.
Think back to Theoden, before the Palantir Fields or whatever.
Don't even compare it to Theoden.
I mean, there's some speeches that come close when the old like head spy guy is talking to his underling that he's got implanted into the place.
Yep.
And they're out on this catwalk, like having this clandestine meeting, and the underling is like, you're not risking anything. You have nothing to lose. He's lose. I've lost everything. And he like breaks down the things he's lost, and they're all intangible things. My honor, my self-respect.
It's like a 5-minute speech. It's like a 5-minute speech too.
When you see a movie poster, and on the poster it'll say "rousing speeches, variety," and you go, "Oh, this will be."
Are you ready to be lectured?
Are you ready to be roused?
Get fucked. No.
Rouse the shit out of you.
A good rousing speech, Taylor.
I'm sorry.
He loves a good rousing speech.
No, I love a good rousing speech if it comports with kind of the nature of the film.
What's your favorite good rousing speech? Is it Theoden before they did the charge?
It would genuinely be Theoden before the charge.
Can I tell you, for a long time,
for me,
for a long time, it was Independence Day when the president's getting everybody hyped up to like take off, and then they're all ragtag. The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday. He's getting us fucking going. Clint Eastwood and Unforgiven before he steps outside. All right, I'm coming out. Like all those speeches are just great. I like those.
The Independence Day speech, though, when I try to think about it, I'm like, wait, what's happening? Are we declaring our independence from aliens?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
kind of a stretch theme.
Well, no, it's not going to be known as an Independence Day anymore. 4th of July has a new meaning. I mean, the speech kind of explains what the new 4th of July is about. That's what the speech is,
I wish he had said, "This is ID4, and in ID4 we don't fuck around." Do you remember that's how they marketed the movie for some reason? Everything said ID4 on it, and you're like, "What is ID4? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
I can't think of any other good rousing speeches in movies that I really love. And you guys know my movie
Braveheart, Gladiator.
I was going to say, there's Gladiator.
Braveheart would be up there. Oh, it's not so rousing, but it's also in Return of the King when Gandalf is speaking to Pippin, where Pippin's like, "So this is where it ends?" It's like, "Oh, this isn't the end." Yeah.
Rocky at the end of Rocky 4 when he
I haven't seen any of the Rocky.
That's cheesy.
Basketball when they're on the Laguna Guna balance board of friendship or whatever, and fucking Squeak has to remind them to fight his brothers.
Who doesn't love a good rousing speech? I mean, that was like the.
Oh no, I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm saying they've got to comport to the nature of it. It can't be a lecture. It's got to be part of the story.
You should watch Rocky 4, independent of the other films, because he basically like solves the Cold War, and it's incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Wait, Sly Stallone gives the speech?
Yeah, he fights Ivan Drago in fucking communist Soviet Union.
Well, and, I do like seeing the U.S. dominate communist Russia. That's pretty sick.
Then you should watch. Have you really never seen Rocky 4?
I haven't seen any of the Rockies. No.
Let me just tell you this about Rocky 4. You don't need to see the other films for this. Rocky comes out. So here's the situation, Taylor. I'm gonna lay it out for you. This is a hell of a story. So Rocky's mentor, Apollo Creed.
Me the story.
I'm gonna tell you the story of Rocky 4 real quick. So Rocky's
there's
mentor,
this guy loves fighting, right? Yeah.
No, he doesnn't anymore. He's retired. He's a millionaire. He's out of the game. But his mentor, Apollo Creed, the black guy, Carl Weathers, he's gonna do like this exhibition fight against this big Russian champion that nobody knows anything about on the 4th of July. So Apollo Creed comes out dressed like Uncle Sam, doing like shuffle steps and stuff and dancing for the crowd, playing it up. James Brown is there. The James Brown band is there singing a song, performing. It's a big like silly fight. It's not meant to be serious. Ivan Drago beats him to death in the second round. Beats him to death.
He's that giant Jax Blonde guy, right?
Yes, Dolph Lundgren, enormous human being. And so Rocky decides that he has to avenge his friend and America's honor and the only way the Soviets will accept the fight, they're like, we came to you the first time. You're coming to us. So Rocky has to train in Siberia in like an old cabin. He's doing upside down sit-ups in an old frozen barn. He's cutting trees down and dragging logs while the KGB like observers try and fail to follow him through the snow. A farmer's wagon is broken down. Rocky lashes it to himself and starts pulling it through the snow.
Rickshaws it.
A whole like mule wagon. All right. Meanwhile, Ivan Drago is back at some secret Soviet laboratory with all these digital displays.
Hooked up to like electrodes.
Yeah. And they show them injecting the steroids into him. And he's doing all these. He's got a machine for every muscle imaginable. It's like 10 gold gems on top of one. And they're measuring his punching power. And they're showing like how many pounds per square inch. And they'd already told you earlier, no one can survive 1,000 PSI. It is lethal. And he's hitting 1,100, 1,200, 1,250, and the music's playing, the montage music, and finally,
but they didn't test it against
chopping wood with an axe.
Wop skull.
Exactly. They didn't anticipate that a Wop skull can take any amount of punishment that man can throw at it. You need to hit him with a fucking Buick to put Sylvester Stallone down because he's coming with America and Apollo Creed on his shoulder. America over here, Apollo Creed over here. And they're just talking in his ear. He even hears Mickey at one point. Mickey's ghost comes back to him.
Dude, I'm going to skip the first three and watch this. That sounds awesome.
You literally can without.
You'll be fine.
You'll be
good. You should go straight from that. You should go straight.
Follow Rocky.
You should go straight from that to Creed 2.
After what he does to Ivan Drago, so you got to keep in mind, this is a very politically charged environment. All the Soviet like communist bosses are sitting like up in it almost looks like a jury booth, sort of a box. They're like above the regular crowd.
Sure.
And at the end, they stand and clap.
One by one, they just stand up and start clapping. Yeah.
And then
he's giving a speech. If eyes can change and yous can change, we all. So the best part about the Rocky films are the best part about the Rocky films are the montages, the training montages, because they're just so over the top. Rocky 4, there's a scene like that scene where he's in Siberia. They do 3 training montages back to back to back. Like it's like 15 minutes of training montage. It's so over the top, but it's incredible.
I used to watch that and then go work out in the basement when I was a kid. I was like, all right, let's do it.
That's great.
It's great.
Motivational when you watch Rocky do one of his montages.
So is Rocky 4 the best one?
No, not by far. The first one won Oscars.
Sylvester Stallone wrote the first one.
So the first one's the best. The second one is the second best. The fourth one is pretty good. The third one's pretty good. After the fifth one's garbage.
Wait, the fifth one, is that the one with this kid?
He trains this new guy named Tommy, like Tommy Gunn.
I like that more than Kyle did.
But Sylvester gave it a 0 out of 10.
But then they started making Creed films, and like all those are great. And then
there's
Creed
also Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, Rocky Balboa is really good too. That one's
not bad.
Underappreciated.
It's Rocky 6, but it's just called Rocky Balboa.
In Rocky 5 that I just love. Like Rocky's there, he's at a diner, he's a regular there. All these other like big fat guys are at the diner. They're like old friends, it would seem. And Tommy Lee, who's played by Tommy Morrison, an actual is he the gun? Anyway, an actual like professional heavyweight boxer. I think he might have been champion for a brief while. Foreman, I don't know. Anyway, he calls out Sylvester Stallone and his buddies in the streets. He goes into this diner and he's like, let's do this. And his friends are like, Rocky, we back you up. And he's like, oh, this ain't no pie eating contest. They're all 80 pounds overweight. It was a dope one.
He originally died in the script. Like he was supposed to die in Adrian's arms, and they decided not to do that, which saved, made them a lot of money in the future.
Instead, it ends with he defeats Tommy Gunn in a street fight, showing off like street fighting skills. It's no longer a boxing match. He's street fighting. He defeats the heavyweight champion of the world as old over the hill Rocky in a street fight, and then like he sort of bucks up to his manager, who's this black actor. I think it's Jackie, the lawyer from Seinfeld. I think it's that same actor, and he's like,
that's hilarious.
And that guy like bristles up, he's like, "Catch me and I'll sue." And Rocky thinks about it for a second and then hits him so hard that he flies through the air onto the hood of a car. And he's like, "Sue me for what?
I think I got a case against the tobacco companies."
But Rocky's so broke, he's got nothing to sue him for right at this point. So that's the worst movie by far. The first one is legit.
Broke in Rocky 4.
5. In Rocky 5, he's broke.
Dude, it's not the worst movie. Sylvester Stallone gives that inspirational speech to his son who like doesn't take accountability for his stuff.
It's not for me. It's the worst by far.
You know what you gotta be doing is fighting people in the street.
I'm telling you, these are good fucking movies. The first Rocky, like if you watch the first Rocky, you'll want to see the second Rocky.
I feel like I don't even need to watch it now.
It's a genuine classic. It won Best Picture. It was like a genuine. But then as the franchise progresses, no, I think it won Best Picture, and I think he won Best Screenplay too. But
that's amazing.
As the franchise progresses, it just gets more and more ridiculous. Like he fights Mr. T in the third one, and then the fourth one there's like
I think the third one is a dip. Gets better afterwards. That's just me.
You don't like Mr. T?
Right.
Oh.
He also fights Hulk Hogan in that movie too, who plays a character called Thunderlips.
I didn't like the silliness of it.
He broke Sylvester Stallone's ribs, like in real life. Hulk Hogan just went fully ham, and I think like kneed him in the sternum or something like that, and he actually like broke his ribs. He was injured when he did that.
I love those movies. I wish I could get Taylor to watch things. I told him
we don't have that power.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get him to do our movie podcast where I force him to watch the movies his family should have inflicted on him for the last 2 generations of movies. How do you not see Rocky?
What movies, like, or better yet, what like scenes or moments do you think are in the like Mount Rushmore of American cinema?
Man,
No Time for Caution. No Time for Caution. The in Interstellar, where he's got to fucking dock the.
Oh my god, that music! Dun, 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 dun. And he's like, that's an amazing scene. I love when Captain America catches the hammer.
I have that one in mind.
You Can't Handle the Truth, when Tom Cruise faces down against what's his name, and Jack Nicholson in court. That goes both ways, but Nicholson kills it. But for me, I love Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. He's got this whole speech when he walks in the bar, and they've killed Morgan Freeman, his best friend, and they got him like hanging as a decoration outside.
That's
and
so
he
good.
walks in the bar. Like, who's the fellow owns this shithole? Nobody says anything, and this guy's, "You fat man, speak up." And this guy steps out of the back. I own this establishment. I bought it from Freely back in '78. And Clint Eastwood goes, "You boys better step aside." And 2 guys kind of move out of the way, and he just immediately, boom, blows him away with a shotgun. And
it's so iconic. That movie, talk about a slow burn. You only get a glimpse of just how fucking badass he is in like the final 5 minutes of the film.
The whole movie, they talk him up. The whole movie, people will be like, "Remember that time when you did this, that, and the other, and you killed those 5 men?" And he just said, "I ain't like that no more. I ain't like that. I was drinking half the time. I don't remember most of it. I ain't like that no more." And he hasn't touched a drop the whole movie. And then he hears that they whipped Morgan Freeman to death for information in this town, and now they're decorating the saloon with his body. He starts drinking as he listens to the story of what they did to Morgan Freeman. And like I said, he walks in there, and Gene Hackman jumps forward. He's the sheriff. Gene's big, and he's got great bravado in this movie. And he's like, "Well, sir, you are a cowardly son of a bitch. You just shot an unarmed man." I said, "You should have armed himself if he's going to decorate his saloon with my friend. You be William Money, I suspect. Killer of women and children." That's right. I killed women and children. I killed just about everything that walked or crawled this earth at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, little Bill, for what you've done to Ned.
You really got it down. That's impressive.
It's fucking intense. I love that scene.
What other? I want to do the moments thing. I don't want the topic to change.
I'm sorry. I got caught up in the moment.
America Hammer thing. No one mentioned the Darth Vader reveal. Where is Luke's father? I thought that was an American cinema moment. Oh,
the first time you see the T-Rex in Jurassic Park is pretty fucking iconic. I saw that in theaters on opening night and just blew my mind as a 9-year-old. And it still holds up to this day for sure.
I'm thinking about Michael kissing Fredo, man. It broke my heart.
I was just thinking about the Godfather.
The montage of Michael taking out all of the New York crime families. That's the moment for me that like is the moment of that movie when you've just got this montage of everybody getting shot in the eye. Mo Green gets shot in the eye. That dude gets stuck. One guy gets shot on the fucking steps of the courthouse. Like all that shit.
The diner scene between Al Pacino and De Niro in Heat is another pretty fucking iconic scene. Yeah.
The Italian restaurant scene between Michael and the police captain and Barzini or whoever, I can't remember the character's name in Godfather 1. That's one of my favorite scenes in any movie. Like even when they start speaking in Italian, you can follow exactly what's being said. Like you know what's being said. It's so fucking good. And that elevated train starts getting louder and louder, and they zoom in on Michael's eyes, and sort of like that noise of the train is like this static in his brain, and you're feeling it. And then he just fucking pulls the gun out and kills them both. Ooh, that's intense as hell.
You know, dying.
I love how he can't find the gun at first. It's such a nice little detail.
Oh like, yeah.
Fuck?
You're like, fuck.
There's
start
a
getting
moment
nervous. In
Saving Private Ryan when they slowly push the knife into that guy's chest towards the end of the movie, and it's just like you lose hope bit by bit as it sinks deeper and deeper. Yeah, like that hit pretty hard. I don't know if it belongs on Mount Rushmore, but like,
that's an intense moment in a movie has intense moments, but none more so than that. That's so visceral because you like that character. That's your kind of comedic relief guy. And like this coward downstairs, if he just fucking buck up and come up the stairs, like could solve this problem for us. And you think he will, because that's what usually happens, but he doesn't. Oh, yeah, I feel that every time.
On the other side, the same movie, the sniper who has a gift for war, like just calling out, like quarterbacking all this shit, making it happen, probably leading the squad in kills as
shooting
well
a right-handed rifle, left-handed also.
Oh, like good detail. Yeah. I probably wouldn't pick that for Mount Rushmore, but it is a really good scene.
What about the 2v1 at the end of the raid? Did you guys ever watch the raid?
Yeah, I watched it this week. Yeah.
Fuck, bro, it's so good. God.
I'll be honest, by the end of the movie, I'm like, it feels like my nervous system is so overstimulated by go, then I'm a little burnt out. Like,
me too.
I'm impressed by the choreography big time, and it's a visceral, good story. Like, it's intense as hell. But by the end, I'm kind of, I'm not intense anymore. I'm all out of adrenaline. I'm all out of whatever, and I'm just like kind of, it's
your
all
cortisol has been depleted.
It's a 90-minute fight scene, and I'm like, yawn at some point.
I like the fight scene in Old Boy with the hammers when he's fighting like that whole group of people.
That's
with
sick.
The hammers. That's a amazing scene.
You told me to watch Old Boy years ago, and I started watching the American one, and I was like, this can't be what he meant. Like, it was literally so bad. I was like, Kyle wouldn't bully me like this. He wouldn't tell me to have watched this. And so then I found the Korean one or Japanese, whatever it was. That shit was sick. That was awesome.
Dude, that twist at the end is...
Wait, hold on.
Look, I'm not going to spoil... Oh, I would never spoil Old Boy. Right. Like, this is one of those where, like...
Oh, has Hutch not seen Old Boy?
No. Everyone tells me to watch it. I've never watched it.
Okay. Well, I hope that knowing that there's a twist isn't too much of a spoiler. You won't see it coming. It's wild. It is a very intense movie. Do you know the premise, like just the basics?
No, everyone tells me to watch it. People give me shit for not having it because I love movies. I've just never seen it.
The basic premise that you learn in the first 5 minutes is that this man has been held captive by he knows not who in a room by himself for like many, many years, and he doesn't know who has kept him in this room. He never sees them, and so he's just so mad in there. He starts practicing like martial arts against the wall. He starts punching the wall one day, and he doesn't stop for like 15 years until his knuckles are just calluses, and he's just it's a little bit bullshit for people who are fans of martial arts, but
no, I dig it.
He trains himself to be a martial artist while he's in there. Seemingly, I don't remember that he had a background in that. Maybe he did, but anyway, he sharpens his skills over like 20 years maybe of hitting the wall, and when he's turned loose, he is not taking any prisoners on his mission to find out who put him in that
but it
room.
wasn't that he was an expert in martial arts that made him capable after he got out. It was his like toughness and mental resolve more than anything, which are things you can absolutely cultivate while being locked in a hotel room for 15 years.
He is focused.
Another, I think arguably a Mount Rushmore scene is when the reveal at the beginning of The Dark Knight, where he takes his mask off and you see his face for the first time. Like that whole intro sequence to The Dark Knight is for sure one of the most iconic scenes.
Bank robbery.
Is that that's after the bank robbery?
He says whatever doesn't kill you makes you stranger, and he takes his fucking. I remember I saw that on at midnight, back when midnight shows were a thing, and I firmly believe like the audience that you see movies with can create like a totally unique, awesome experience, and everybody in the theater just roared with applause when he pulled that mask off. Like it was just one of like a top 5 experience for me.
You know what else is really good? I'll just say one line, you'll all get it. What's in the box?
Oh yeah, bro. Oh my
Dude,
god,
that hit.
Seven is such a good movie.
The pocket watch scene from Pulp Fiction. The pocket watch story comes out of left field and it hooks you. And it gets your full attention. You will put your phone down if you hear the pocket watch story for the first time, because it grabs you. That I love that. I love Pulp Fiction.
Was in my ass. Is
that Knuckle Pucks from Mighty Ducks? Now that was real shit.
That was solid.
Here he goes. We got to do the Flying V. I don't know which one's better.
The flying V. It's like we're gonna do an offensive strategy that doesn't make any sense and opens us up to all sorts of recompense if one of us drops the ball.
The fact that there's a Mighty Ducks hockey team, and like I feel like they should be contractually obligated to once a game run the Flying V, no matter how terrible a strategy it is.
The Anaheim Ducks, the fucking Anaheim Ducks tried to rebrand to just the normal Ducks, and they had the gayest, worst jerseys forever. Like, and now occasionally they wear the actual Mighty Ducks logo out on special occasions.
I saw that. That's cool.
That shit rules. Like the Mighty Ducks are awesome. That's
you're the right age for it.
I am the right age for it. Yeah, that hit me like fucking crack hit the inner city communities in the 80s.
You guys remember they made that for?
You guys remember Rookie of the Year?
Yes,
of course.
God, incredible movie. Just unbelievably stupid premise, but
that's when he butt his arm and now he can throw 100 miles an hour.
Butt loving? The
kid breaks his arm, and then for some reason, because he broke his arm, he can throw like 105 mile per hour fastball or something like that. But no one ever talks about that movie.
As like a 12-year-old.
He can't throw it anymore. His arm gets fixed. And then there's that big Mark McGuire guy sitting at the fucking plate. And so he has to finish the strikeout with his own ability, which I loved. I remember watching.
Don't they run like a weird play to like I forget exactly.
His mom comes up with the idea to throw the ball really high in his mom comes up with the idea to like underhand it really high. The professional baseball player has no idea how to handle an underhanded throw.
No. That's called an ephus pitch. That is a very difficult pitch to throw and a very difficult pitch to hit if you don't know it's coming. Like that's the only one he threw of the game. Like he probably, if he threw that for a strike, he'd probably get him out. Like for realsies. Like an ephus pitch is wild. I don't think anyone's ever thrown one in a Major League Baseball game.
I would be surprised. It seems like the pitch that you throw to yourself all the time.
No, because he throws it. You throw it in a very high arc, a very high. So
it comes down a lot like throwing it to yourself.
No, but it's.
Trust me, I did. Baseball.
I saw a.
I saw the movie. He strikes out.
I saw a graph analysis of how many pitches in MLB are thrown below like 40 miles an hour or something like that, and it was like 0 for all the 90s and all the 2000s, and then around like 2014 it starts increasing, and they clearly figured out that you can deceive the batter because they're so used to these bombs that professionals are throwing that they can.
It's called a changeup.
You can trick them. Yeah, but these are very, very slow. Like this was like under 40 miles.
This is the best day of my life. Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.